How's it going, guys? It's Jack Bing here, and today we're going to learn how to make your regular shots look like film shots on a film camera like this. Now what I want to say before we get into this is what I'm really going to show you is how to adjust your shots to have that kind of vintage look. But what I don't want you to do is follow exactly what I do. I want you to use the kind of things that you learn to create your own kind of look. If there's one thing I know about shooting on an actual film camera, it's that you actually don't have any idea what it's going to look like when it comes out. So you get all sorts of different effects. Sometimes they're more grainy, sometimes you get weird colors and things like that. So use the skills that we're about to learn about, but don't stick to exactly what I say or what anyone else on YouTube says. Test it out and have a little go for yourself. Alright, so I thought I'd just start off. I wanted to show you guys a couple of different photos that I've taken with my film camera, just so we can get a bit of an idea of what we're looking at and what we're trying to replicate. So we'll just flick through them, and I guess if there's any kind of specific features, see this light kind of lens flare here that you can see. You know, you kind of got lots of desaturation of colors. Yeah, that obviously is very obvious to see the noise that you've kind of got going in here, all these kind of like speckly bits in the blue. Yeah, so these are a couple of photos that I've taken. Just thought it would be cool to give you a bit of an idea. Again, with this black and white, you can really see the noise that goes in there. We're going to be adding noise to this. So yeah, so that's a couple of photos that I've taken with my film camera. And so this is one we're going to be working on today. So this is just a regular shot. I kind of liked that it has a subject and a background, but it kind of almost looks a little bit vintagey already. I feel like that helps if you want something to look old and it's like a brand new, something that looks really futuristic. It might like kind of look a bit funny, but I mean, it's up to you guys to kind of work out for yourselves, I guess. So how we're going to start is I'm going to duplicate the layer so that we can always see where we end up in the end and how different it looks. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add straight away a filter, a LUT, a preset, whatever you want to call it. It's in this color lookup thing here, this like 9 squares. If you click that, this is actually already loaded into Photoshop. It gives you all these LUT files. Now there's another video I've done on LUT files, I'll link it up top, but basically it can instantly change the colors of your photo, and built into Photoshop is already some film presets. So what I'm going to choose here is this one here. It's a Fuji F125. It's basically replicating a film. So if I click that, you'll see instantly the colors change in the photo. It all becomes a little bit lighter. So that's a good start. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of contrast to it, and just like that maybe. And I just want to get a little bit more color in it, I think, but I don't want her to be too kind of red. So mess around with it a little bit. Like I said at the start, this is where you need to edit it, look at the photo yourself, and just try out heaps of different things. Now we need to make sure our original layer is selected, and we're going to go up the top to this filter tab and drop it down to noise here, add noise. Now it's going to show me, I can zoom out a little bit here, it's going to show you what the noise is going to actually look like. And if you click preview, if this is clicked here, it actually will show you as you add it on the image itself. So obviously that's way too much. I'm going to bring it back to somewhere around here. You want it to be noticeable but subtle at the same time, so people don't instantly think, oh, you've added a lot of noise to that. So there we go, that looks really good. So now we're going to go back up to the filter again, and we're going to go down to sharpen, and we're just going to go to sharpen edges, and it's going to do exactly what it sounds like. It's something that film tends to do, is actually kind of sharpen the image up a little bit, makes it a little bit crispier, makes it have that kind of look. So we're already pretty much there. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in an overlay. I just typed in light leak overlay into Google to find this. Now you'll see the quality isn't even that good because this image is actually huge, but it honestly doesn't even matter that much. All I'm going to do is I'm going to blow it up. They'll always look a little bit funny like this as well. I'm just going to make it cover the whole image. So just like that. Now obviously that kind of looks pretty terrible like that. But what I'm going to do is just bring the opacity down a little bit, and then I'm going to lighten it up, and just like that you've got this kind of light leak over the top. It's giving that really filmy effect. Sometimes this is too much and you need to know not to do it. Other times it really just makes it and just confirms that kind of film effect. So I can mess around with it a little bit here, like that might be a little bit too much. So I might just bring it a bit more off to the side, might even just make it even a little bit. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So there it is there. What I'll do is I'll group these guys together. That's the film one. If I turn it off, that's what we started with, and that's our film look. So it's super easy. You've got all these different kind of things you can try, and it's really important that you kind of explore it a little bit for yourself. There it is. That's how you make your shots look like amazing film. Like I said at the start, mess around with it a little bit, make it your own. This guy I actually picked up off the internet for about $20 or something. It used to belong to a school that taught, I assume it taught photography. So you can get film cameras these days super cheap. So I also recommend grabbing one and just trying it out for yourself. Get some seriously crazy and weird kind of light leaks and things if you use real film. So definitely worth checking out. But if not, you know how to make your good camera pictures look like they're filmed. So if you liked that video, click like. If you learned something, subscribe. The button's like here somewhere, so just do it. Once you've done that, oh wait a second. Once you've done that, I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.